I am used to getting up early. I usually wake up at 8 o'clock. I wake myself up every morning.
I get up late on weekends. I'm used to waking up naturally.
I need someone to wake me up every day. I am usually late because I can't get out of bed. I use a mobile phone as my alarm clock. I need an alarm clock to wake me up. I like to stay in bed. An alarm clock can't wake me up at all.
Even after I get up, I still feel like I didn't get enough sleep.
As long as I'm asleep, nobody can wake me up. I always yawn just after getting up. I go out 30 minutes after I wake up. I usually get woken up by noise from my neighbors. What time do you usually wake up? Do you get up by yourself every morning?
Do you always sleep in when you have the day off?
Do you lie around in bed? Do you always get up late? Do you need me to wake you up? Didn't you hear the alarm clock ringing? Do you need to use an alarm clock? Do alarm clocks wake you up? Does your family wake you up? Does noise usually wake you up? How long do you still need to sleep? Are you awake? Do you always get up so late? You got up really early today. Do you make your bed every day?
You should set more than one alarm clock.
I am used to going to bed late. I go to bed at 10 p.m. every night. I always sleep right through until dawn. I am easily awakened by noise. I sleep a full 8 hours every day. I frequently get insomnia. I fall asleep easily. I usually dream while sleeping.
I can sleep for a full day if there's nothing going on.
I have to sleep in my own bed.
I don't look good when I sleep.
I snore in my sleep. I have serious sleep deprivation. I often stay up late. I am used to sleeping naked. I kick the quilt off while sleeping. I have a habit of taking naps. What time do you usually go to sleep?
How many hours of sleep a night do you get?
Do you go to bed early? Do you usually stay up late? Do you fall asleep easily?
Are you a light sleeper? Do you get good quality sleep? Do you often have dreams?
Can you sleep in other beds? Do you listen to music before going to bed? Do you snore? Do you kick the blanket off while sleeping? Is your sleep insufficient? Do you sleep in the nude? Do you sleep with the light on? Do you have a habit of taking naps? Do you have a lot of sleepless nights? I pay a lot of attention to skincare.
I pay a lot of attention to the ingredients of skincare products.
I don't use a specific brand of skincare products. I apply a facial mask once a week. I wash my face once in the morning and once in the evening. I completely remove my makeup every day.
I only wash my face with cold water to avoid enlarging my pores.
I exfoliate my skin regularly. In the summertime, I am sure to put on sunblock when I go out.
To maintain my appearance, I never stay up late or smoke.
I like to go to the spa. Right after I wash my hands, I apply hand cream. In the winter, I work on moisturizing my skin. How do you take care of your skin? Which brand of skincare products are you using right now?
Do you apply a facial mask regularly?
Have you ever used weight loss cream? In the summertime, you should do your best to protect against the sun. You need to have your skin exfoliated. How do you remove the cosmetics you put on? You should pay attention to the cleanliness of your skin. You should use either warm or cold water to wash your face. Have you ever been to a spa? Staying up late is the arch enemy of beauty. You should treat the skin around your eyes gently. You should work on moisturizing your skin. The most important thing is to choose the most suitable care products. I have always been very healthy. I catch colds easily. I have been weak and sickly since childhood.
I am used to seeing Western doctors.
I often get headaches. I dislike taking medicine. I'm having menstrual pains.
I take vitamins every day to supplement my diet. I have a bad digestive system.
I have cavities. I pay a lot of attention to my health. I get a physical examination each year.
I have allergies. I had an operation once.
Do you get sick often? Do you think you're healthy? Do you go to see a traditional Chinese doctor or a Western doctor?
Do you regularly go in for a physical? Do you often catch colds?
Do you get headaches easily? Do you have any cavities? Are you afraid of having an injection? Have you ever had an operation? Do you feel uncomfortable during your period? Do you have any occupational sicknesses? How do you keep yourself in good health?
Do you often feel soreness throughout your whole body?
Are you worried about cancer?
Do you have bad allergies? Do you take vitamins every day?
I like to exercise. I exercise every day. I dislike exercising. I seldom exercise. I exercise 3 times a week.
When it comes to athletics, I'm completely ignorant.
I am very athletic.
I rehydrate immediately after exercise.
The doctor said I don't get enough exercise. Swimming is my favorite sport.
I like playing every sport with a ball. Every once in a while, I go bowling. I work out at the gym regularly. My exercise consists of doing the housework.
Recently, I have become very interested in yoga.
Walking is the exercise I do most often. How many times a week do you exercise?
Do you like to exercise? What do you usually do for exercise? Are you athletic? When do you usually exercise? Do you go to the gym to exercise?
Do you think you get enough exercise?
Can you swim? Do you walk often? Exercise is good for one's health. Do you like to jog? You can climb stairs for exercise.
I guess you don't exercise enough. Do you exercise to stay in shape?
You should develop good exercise habits. You should wear a good pair of sneakers for exercise. I like pets. I have a pet. We call it Snowball. I have a dog. It is a male. I adopted it. My dog was given to me by my friend. I take my dog for a walk every day. I have had it for 7 years. I bathe my dog once a week. It is 3 years old. It is our family's baby. I feed it pet food. It likes to eat. It is spoiled. I like to play with my pet. Do you have a pet? Do you want to own a pet? What kind of pets do you have?
Did you buy it or did someone give it to you?
What's your pet's name?
How old is it?
How long have you had it?
Is it male or female? What color is it?
Do you walk your dog every day? Do you like your pet? How often does it take a bath? What do you feed it? Does it ever act spoiled? Does it bark a lot? Does it bite? Does it eat a lot? Do you send it to the pet salon? Is your pet well behaved? I take the MRT to work. I transfer to a bus after taking the MRT. I rarely take the bus. Sometimes I take a taxi to work. I ride a motorcycle to school. I drive to work. I am afraid of flying. I have a car. I get carsick easily. I just bought a car with a loan. I have a driver's license. I take the MRT using Easy Card.
My fuel expenses are quite considerable.
I got 3 traffic violation tickets last month. I have my car serviced regularly.
I usually go for drives on my days off.
How do you get to work? Do you get to work by MRT? Do you drive to work? Do you plan to change cars? Do you have a car? Do you get seasick easily? Are you afraid of flying? Have you ever been in a car accident before? Do you have a driver's license? Do you have a bus card? Do you usually take the bus? Are you afraid of driving alone at night? Are you afraid of taking a taxi at night? How much is your monthly fuel cost? Do you like to drive? How often do you service your car? Do you get traffic tickets often? Is this the car you just bought?
Do you like sedans, SUVs, or sports cars?
I like to go online. I think that the internet is very convenient. I go online almost every day. Sometimes I shop online. I don't have any interest in going online. I usually go on the internet to talk with my friends.
I go online for an hour every day.
I've made a lot of friends via the internet. Sometimes I will use a webcam with my friends. I usually use the internet to search for information.
I use email to contact my clients.
I download material from the internet. I always stay up late because of the internet. I am obsessed with online games. I have 2 email addresses.
I hang out at internet cafes a lot.
Do you like to go online? Do you regularly go online? What is your email account? Do you check your email every day? Do you have an email address? Do you talk with friends online? How much time do you spend online every day?
Have you ever used a webcam before? Do you download things from the internet?
Do you search for information online? What do you do when you go online? Do you have any internet friends? Have you ever bought anything online?
Do you use Facebook?
Have you ever been to an internet cafe before? Do you play online games? I seldom go to the convenience store.
I often go shopping at the convenience store.
I pay my bills at the convenience store. I go to the convenience store to buy a newspaper every day. Convenience stores make my life more convenient.
I like the boxed lunches from the convenience store.
Sometimes I go to the convenience store to send a fax.
I live far away from any convenience store. I usually use the ATM in the convenience store.
I mostly buy gum from the convenience store. I usually use the convenience store's home delivery service. I like to try out the convenience store's new products. Sometimes I will go to the convenience store to buy lunch.
I think shopping in the convenience store is fun.
Do you go to the convenience store frequently? Do you like shopping in the convenience store? Do you like the food in the convenience store?
Do you withdraw money from the ATM in the convenience store? Have you ever eaten a boxed lunch from the convenience store? Do you make copies in the convenience store?
Do you have a 7-Eleven iCash card? Do you pay your bills at the convenience store? Is there a convenience store around your home? Do you like 7-Eleven or Family Mart? Have you ever used the convenience store's home delivery service? Do you buy newspapers in the convenience store every day? Do you go to the convenience store to buy breakfast? Many convenience stores are open all year round. Convenience stores are everywhere in Taiwan. I have breakfast every day. I never eat breakfast. I often skip breakfast because I oversleep. I have no energy without breakfast. I often have my breakfast on the bus. I have my breakfast at home. My mom makes me breakfast every day. I have sandwiches for breakfast. I make myself breakfast. I get my breakfast from the convenience store.
I like Chinese-style breakfasts.
I had a sumptuous breakfast. I'll have various kinds of breakfasts. I have a piece of toast with egg every morning. I think that breakfast is the most important meal of the day. My breakfast is always the same. Do you have breakfast every day? What time do you usually have breakfast? Why don't you want to have breakfast? Do you make breakfast yourself? What did you have for breakfast?
Do you have breakfast at the office? Do you have your breakfast at the breakfast shop?
Do you skip your breakfast due to oversleeping?
Do you usually eat a Western-style or Chinese-style breakfast?
Do you take breakfast seriously? Do you have hamburgers for breakfast? Do you have your breakfast on the bus? Do you get your breakfast from convenience stores? Did you have a sumptuous breakfast? Do you often try different kinds of breakfasts?
Will you still have energy if you skip breakfast?
I had a small lunch. I had a simple lunch. I had lunch with my coworkers.
I had a boxed lunch for lunch. I often invite my clients to have lunch with me.
I usually finish my lunch before 2 p.m. There's a free lunch offered by our company.
I had lunch at the employee cafeteria.
I'm used to having rice for lunch.
I bring my own lunchbox.
I have a business lunch from time to time. We often have lunch somewhere near the school. I'm often too busy to have lunch. I had only a salad for lunch.
If I eat too much for lunch, I get sleepy.
Did you have lunch yet? Do you want to join us for lunch? Do you usually have lunch alone? Do you have lunch with your coworkers? Is lunch provided by your company? What do you usually have for lunch?
Do you bring your own lunchbox?
What time can you usually have lunch? Did you have rice or noodles for lunch or something else?
Do you need to have lunch with your clients? Do you have an appointment with anyone for lunch?
Do you only have fruit for lunch? Do you usually have so little for lunch?
Do you have lunch near the office?
You're having too much greasy food for lunch. I bring food home for dinner. I usually have dinner at home. I seldom have dinner with my family. I cook dinner myself. I often eat out for dinner with my family. I often have dinner with my friends.
I'm used to having a late dinner.
My friend asked me to dinner tonight. I'm often too busy to have dinner. I have instant noodles for dinner sometimes. I haven't gone home for dinner in a long time. I always eat too much for dinner.
I always take care of my dinner in a hurry.
I'll go to a fancy restaurant for dinner occasionally.
I eat a light dinner to lose weight. On weekends, I go back to my parents for dinner.
Did you have your dinner? Why didn't you have your dinner? Do you really not want any dinner? What time do you usually have dinner? Do you always have your dinner this late? What do you usually have for dinner? Do you cook dinner yourself?
Do you often go out for dinner?
Do you go home for dinner every day? You ate so much for dinner. Aren't you worried about your weight? Do you often have dinner with your friends? What do you do for dinner when you have to work overtime? Do you often go to restaurants for dinner?
Do you have light dinners?
Do you have instant noodles for dinner? What would you like for dinner?
Did you get enough to eat at dinner?
Coke is my favorite. I drink only water.
I drink at least 2 liters of water every day.
I have milk every morning. I'm partial to cold drinks. I never touch iced drinks. I'm always trying all kinds of drinks. I often drink lots of hot chocolate during winter. I'm used to having a cup of tea after meals.
I seldom drink sports drinks. I have a glass of fresh juice every day. I've never drunk any soda. I drink coffee to wake myself up.
I never drink. I drink my coffee black. I can't hold my liquor. Do you want tea, coffee, or water? Do you drink water every day?
What do you usually drink?
Do you like cold or hot drinks? Do you like Coke? Can you sleep after drinking tea? How much water do you drink per day? Do you have coffee every day?
Do you drink alcohol?
Do you drink sports drinks?
Do you like to try different flavored drinks?
Do you drink yogurt?
Everyone should drink 2 liters of water every day.
Do you like soda? Can you hold your liquor? Have you ever gotten drunk?
Most kids prefer sweet drinks.
I can't eat when I'm sad. I prefer strong flavored food. I have no appetite. I'm picky on food. I eat like a horse. I enjoy spicy food. I eat quickly. I'm a vegetarian. I have a light diet. I like to try food I've never tried before. I often eat and drink excessively. I'm used to having night snacks. I have 3 square meals a day. I normally don't eat until I'm full. I often dine out. I'm eating more now. Are you consuming a lot of food? Do you always have such light meals? Are you a vegetarian? Do you have a good appetite? Are you a picky eater? Do you usually dine out? Do you cook for yourself?
Can you handle spicy food?
Are you having 3 square meals? Do you eat quickly? Are you used to having nighttime snacks? Do you like to try different kinds of food? Do you always eat like a bird?
You have no appetite, do you?
Do you usually eat and drink excessively? Are you used to having snacks? Are you anorexic? You should eat more. There are many kinds of food that I love. I can't go one day without fruit. I'm a total meat lover. I like vegetables. I'm crazy about spicy food. I love all kinds of sweets and snacks. I love going to the night market for snacks. I have a weakness for Chinese food.
I love food cooked au gratin.
I prefer deep-fried foods. I've been crazy about spaghetti lately. Shaved ice is a must in summertime. I love steaming hot food in wintertime. I like papaya milk, which is peculiar to Taiwan. What kind of food do you like? Do you like rice, noodles, or bread? Do you like meat or seafood? What kinds of fruit do you like the best? Do you like soup? Do you like something hot? Which nation's cuisine do you prefer? Do you prefer Chinese style or Western style food? Do you like fast food? Do you often eat at the night market? Do you like your food steaming hot? Do you like strongly flavored food? Do you like McDonald's or KFC? Do you like Italian food? Do you like spicy and sour food? Do you like roasted food? Do you like to eat raw food?
Wow, I didn't know you were such a lover of sweet food.
I'm picky. there is a lot of food that I won't eat. I never touch green vegetables. I hate greasy food. I don't like food that's not chewy. I detest rice. I hate bitter gourd the most. I don't like soup. I don't eat snacks. I'm not fond of sour food. I hate the smell of green onions. I think that stinky tofu is really smelly.
Ugh, I don't want to eat raw food.
I hate fishy food.
I hated to eat green peppers when I was little.
I don't eat fat. I don't eat food that's cold. I dislike fast food. What kinds of food don't you like? Is there much you won't eat? Do you not eat green vegetables like me? Do you hate meat? So you completely avoid over-processed food? Why do you hate green vegetables? Do you hate bitter gourd?
So you can't stand the smell of fish?
Haven't you ever eaten fruit? Are you afraid of the smell of garlic?
Are you completely immune to the charms of sweets?
Are you avoiding fat? Don't you like things that taste sour? Do you think that stinky tofu smells? You haven't had a bite. Isn't this to your liking? Don't you eat durian? My parents are divorced.
My father is retired.
I have to take care of my parents. My father's health is not so good. My mother passed away. I consult my parents before I make any decisions. There is a generation gap between my father and me. My mother is like my friend.
My parents approve of my job.
My parents are strict with me. My parents hope that I will get married soon. My parents never interfere in my life. My parents have been married for 30 years. How old is your father? Is your father retired? Is your father healthy? Do you need to take care of your parents? Do you get along with your mother? Is there a generation gap between you and your father? Do you chat with your father frequently? Do you discuss things with your parents? Do your parents give you an allowance? How often do you contact your parents? How many years have your parents been married? What are your parents' expectations for you? Does your mother urge you to get married soon? Do your parents interfere in your privacy? Does your mother like the friends you make? I only have an elder brother. I have 2 elder sisters and a younger brother. I have a close relationship with my siblings. I have a big family with many brothers and sisters. My elder sister takes care of me. I am the only son in my family. There are no secrets between me and my siblings. I wish I had a younger sister. My personality is totally different from my siblings. I'm always quarreling with my younger sister. My siblings and I usually help each other. My elder brother and I are twins. My siblings and I are engaged in different occupations. My younger brother and sister are still studying right now. Do you have any siblings? Do you get along with your brothers and sisters? How many brothers and sisters do you have? Are you the only child in your family? Do you often speak to your siblings? Are your younger brother and sister still studying now? How old is your elder sister? Do you take care of your younger brother and sister? Do your elder brother and sister look after you? Are your brothers and sisters working right now? Do you and your siblings help each other? Do you keep secrets from your brothers and sisters? Do you look like your brothers and sisters? Are you and your elder brother twins?
Do you wear your elder sister's clothes?
I love my boyfriend very much. I fell in love with my girlfriend at first sight. My boyfriend is very considerate. My girlfriend is a jealous person. My boyfriend is my colleague. My boyfriend and I have been dating each other for 5 years. My wife and I constantly have quarrels. My girlfriend and I have a long-distance relationship. My girlfriend and I are joined at the hip. My girlfriend gets along with my family. My girlfriend and I just broke up. My boyfriend and I are passionately in love. My husband was my first love. My husband and I have totally different personalities. My husband picks me up from work every day. Is there someone you are interested in? Do you have a girlfriend? What type of guys do you like? How did you meet each other? How long is your relationship? Do you have a good relationship? Do you two spend every second together? Do you fight often? What is it that attracted you to your boyfriend? Who is the first one to apologize when you quarrel? Does your husband help you with the household chores? Why did you break up? What do you like most about your husband? What can't you bear about your wife? You two look like a perfect match. I like to make friends. I have many good friends. I am not good at making friends. My friends and I have many things in common. I like to chat with my friends on the phone. My friends and I always make up after we have a quarrel. My friends and I are about the same age. My friends and I can chat forever. My friends and I get together frequently. I've made many friends online.
My friends and I care about each other.
All my friends are very enthusiastic. I have lost contact with many friends. I have one or two intimate friends. Sometimes my friends and I get into fights. Do you have many good friends? Do you speak to your friends frequently? Do you like to make friends? Do you have a good relationship with your friends? Will you tell your friend what's on your mind? Do you have any online friends? Do you have any foreign friends? Do you share the same interests as your friends? How often do you meet with your friends?
Do you ever have arguments with your friend?
How did you meet most of your friends? Have your friends ever cheated you? Do your friends understand you? Are you willing to apologize to your friends? Do you have any friends you can trust? My boss is very business savvy. My boss is very reasonable. My boss has a keen mind. My boss is young and promising.
My boss started his own business.
My boss is a practical person. My boss knows how to assign tasks to employees according to their abilities.
My boss is a second-generation entrepreneur.
My boss has a broad social network. My boss is good at socializing.
My boss is deeply respected by her employees. My boss trusts in his employees very much.
I admire our boss very much.
My boss loves to yell at people.
Do you have a good relationship with your boss? Is your boss easy to communicate with? Do you like your boss?
Does your boss accept her employees' opinions? Does your boss trust you?
Does your boss appreciate your talent? Is your boss in the office every day?
Does your boss nag?
What time does your boss usually arrive at the office? How do you feel about your boss? Does your boss lose his temper often?
Did your boss start his own business?
What kind of person is your boss? Do you know your boss's temper? How old is your boss? Is your boss married?
I have a good relationship with my colleagues.
All my colleagues are easy to get along with. All my colleagues are married. I only know colleagues from my own department. My colleagues are mostly male. My colleagues and I always help each other.
My colleague is quite good at her work.
My colleague is my best partner. My colleagues like to gossip. Some of my colleagues like to snitch.
My colleagues are always slacking off at work.
My colleagues have repeatedly complained about our company. Many of my colleagues are going to quit. Do you have a good relationship with your colleagues? Are your colleagues easy to get along with? Do you interact with your colleagues frequently? Do you often have disputes with your colleagues? Do you have more male colleagues or female colleagues? Do your colleagues spill their complaints to you? Do your colleagues help you? Do your colleagues like to inform on each other? Have you ever been framed by your colleagues? Do your colleagues ever plot against each other? Do your colleagues like to gossip? Are your colleagues senior to you? Is your colleague married or single? Do your colleagues talk about you behind your back? I have been very lucky recently.
I've been all right lately. Nothing special.
I am just recovering from a serious illness. I have been busy recently. I have been exhausted lately.
I've been under a lot of pressure recently. I just moved.
I've just bought a new house. I've fallen in love.
I'm pregnant. I've been sick a lot lately.
I just got married.
I just changed jobs.
I've just become a father. I just returned from overseas. How are you doing? What have you been so busy with lately? Have you been busy recently? How's your health? Has the mess been cleaned up yet? Has anything positive happened lately? How come you disappeared for a while?
Have you gotten over the cold you had last time?
Why do you look so tired lately? Has work been going smoothly? Did you buy a car? How is your new job going? How come you don't look so well lately? Did you move? Did you become a mother? Have you gone abroad recently?
I have been in a terrific mood as of late.
I am just so, nothing special. My moods have been unstable recently.
I'm in low spirits. Lately, I've been afraid of being lonely.
I have been very depressed lately. I feel that life is meaningless.
Lately, I've been getting mad easily.
I am so annoyed. I have been losing interest in everything lately. I have been crying a lot lately. I am full of confidence. I think I am suffering from depression. I am feeling down today.
Everything has been cleared up.
I am full of fight. How have you been feeling recently? Are you in a bad mood? Has your mood improved lately? Have you often been low-spirited recently?
Have you made it through your rough period?
Do you feel lonesome? Has everything cleared up? Have your emotions been unstable recently? Do you lead a happy life?
Have you been losing your temper very easily of late?
What is annoying you? Since when have you become so suspicious? Are you suffering from depression? Why do you look so upset? Has your confidence returned yet? Are your emotions more stable now? What has made you so happy? I am looking for a job. I am trying to give up smoking. I am studying English right now. I am trying to lose some weight.
I am learning how to drive.
I am repairing my house right now. I am arranging the wedding ceremony right now. I am preparing to study abroad. I am preparing to move. I am enjoying my vacation right now. I am in the process of choosing a school. I am preparing for an exam right now. I am thinking about moving. I am considering working overseas. What plans have you made recently?
Have you quit drinking yet?
Have you thought about what to do after graduation? Are you on a diet? Are you looking for a job? Have you found a house yet? Are you studying Japanese?
Are you thinking about changing jobs? How much time do you plan to spend studying English?
Have you begun exercising? Are you busy with the wedding? Does your family support your plans? How is your exam preparation going? Are you preparing to study abroad? Which company have you decided to go to work for?